Hello Exhaust Notes Australia viewers, and welcome back to the channel. Today you join me in the Hyundai i30 Premium Sedan, otherwise known as the Elantra, I guess, in other markets. And so with this model we have a bit of a facelift from the previous model, which came out in around 2021, so it was a bit due for one. And so they've sort of refined the front, made it a lot more sleek around the headlights and the front bumpers and things like that. It's still not quite up to the same out there styling as the Kona or the Sonata, but it's a bit closer, which you can appreciate. The car has the distinctive Z sort of crease lines down the side, which the hatchback doesn't have. But overall, I don't know, I'm just not sure that the car looks that exciting in this trim level. You know, it is sleek, it's pointy, but maybe it's the color. Yeah, I'm just not sure that the Meta Blue works for bringing out the best in it. But that's just a matter of opinion. This is the premium model. This isn't the N line, which would have the sportier bumpers and things like that, and it's certainly not the N, which is the full-blown sporty kit. And that's reflected in how the car drives and what the car comes with. And my friendly beeps and bongs are back again. Obviously, you can probably tell that this car is fitted with Hyundai's road sign warning feature. And yeah, if you do 1 kilometer over the speed limit, it's going to tell you all about it. So the i30 Premium Sedan is priced from $42,500 drive away, and that's in the Atlas White. The version that we have here, you have to add $595 for the Meta Blue. So $43,102 as we're sitting in this particular car. And that gives us the leather seats, which are heated and ventilated in the front. We have aircon throughout, all the safety features, blind spot monitoring, the blind spot cameras, 360 view, climate control. So it's pretty well fitted out, and even a sunroof as well with a manual closing blind. As much as I say that the exterior is a little plain, even with its crazy styling, the interior doesn't fare much better. There are certainly points where you can look at it and see that there's stuff has been done, and there's some different things. This long sort of grab handle creates a partition between the driver and the front passenger. The screens are nice, but they're shrouded in black plastic, so it doesn't have that modern feel of other current Hyundai offerings, including the Kona and Sonata. I couldn't tell you what this round circle is for, although I believe it probably just indicates where you can put a suction cup to mount your mobile phone, perhaps. I just feel the interior needs a little more color. The steering wheel is this odd design. You have these strange extra details without it being a flat bottom. And aside from a little red pinstriping across the air conditioning vents, there really isn't much else to appreciate in here. It's just a big sea of grey. The seats are just grey, even though they're really nice. They hold you in really well. They look great. But yeah, there's just not much to get excited about. We have USB-A and USB-C up front, although I found I need to use the USB-A port to activate Android Auto. 2 USB-C ports in the rear below the air conditioning vents, which is kind of nice for the rear occupants. It's roomy inside. There's a lot of room. Even in the back, I was able to sit back there and only just sort of touch the head if I put my head back. So this is quite a big car, and it's got the practicality of a sedan. Even though that side profile gives it a bit of a fastback look, you do have the small aperture of an actual sedan boot that opens, and surprisingly that boot will hold 474 litres, which is pretty decent. It's only 6 litres less than the Hyundai Sonata, which is a much bigger car. Under the bonnet we have a 2-litre 4-cylinder Smart-Stream Hyundai engine, and the Hyundai website plainly tells you that it delivers 100 kilowatts, but pretty much every other source indicates that the car has 110 kilowatts, and 180 newton meters of torque. Either way, it's not a powerhouse, but it's adequate for just getting around town. Obviously, it's naturally aspirated, so very linear power delivery. You do have the 4 drive modes, including normal, eco, sport, and smart, and you do get a kickdown when you get into sport mode, just for that extra bit of oomph. It's not bad. It's not going to light your world on fire, but it's enough to get you around. You have a standard gear shifter, which is odd to mention, but again, some of the modern Hyundais are doing away with that and have the shift-by-wire system, so you don't have that here. And it's the slide across for your up and down through the gears if you wish to do that. I can't imagine the demographic buying this car are going to be doing that. You don't have flappy paddles, so if you want to go up and down through the gears manually, you use the shifter. And just from my point of view, it seems to be the wrong way round. I'm used to pushing forward to go down a gear as if you're braking, but I know some companies do it this way, so there you go. Aside from that, the drive is really smooth. It's really easy for getting around town and stuff. I think you just got to kind of be mindful of what you want out of the i30 sedan. It is a big, small car, lots of room, quite spacious, and if it's the styling that you're after and it comes with the features you want, you could be quite happy. As the heavens open up, the competition I believe you'd be looking at are the Kia Sorento, the Mazda 3 and the Toyota Corolla are all priced below this. I believe that even within the i30 sedan line itself, at $43,102, the Premium sits in between the i30 sedan hybrid and the N line in Hyundai's price list, with Hyundai's hybrid i30 sedan priced at $35,990 and the N line Premium at $45,579. So a couple of $1,000s there if you want the extra body kit and the features that the N line would have, which would also be a different powertrain. Competition wise, we're going up against things like the Kia Sorento GT, which is priced at $39,825. The Mazda 3 Touring at $41,500, and of course the Toyota Corolla, which is $43,300 or so. So i30 Premium sits in amongst its competitors, and you'll just have to look at the spec sheets and what you're after from each of them, to see which one is going to work best for you. Alright, let's put her in sport mode here. We've had a bit of wet weather around recently, so don't do anything too crazy, but this thing doesn't light up the wheels at all. When you change the drive mode, you get a different cluster as well. It's kind of nice. Alright. So yeah, with sport mode, it does hold on to the gears a little longer. You do get a bit more engine noise, but we're still not shaking the world with that. But it's decent enough. We'll go back into normal. I found the car is pretty good on fuel, averaging about 6.6, 6.7 litres to the 100. So I think it's it's decent for those who just want something maybe a little different. You might be considering whether you want to spend the money on a Camry or something, or if you're just looking at a small sedan. That this one has all the features, and you can option it up a bit more. I mean, I know I made some comments about how drab it is in here, but it's still an alright place to be. These seats are really nice, and if you're not too bothered about colours or anything like that, then the car will do a decent enough job. We have an 8-speaker Bose audio system in here, which has been pretty good. I have found that, again, my Android Auto connection hasn't always been that reliable, so just something to look at. Make sure you've got a good cable. It's something that's come up in the past, so I'm guessing my testing cable just isn't up to par, so I'll just have to be aware of that. But when it does plug in, it works really well on the screen, and of course you can stream your music and everything quite easily. Ride wise, a little bit of road noise, as I've got nothing else playing through the car. We're riding on 17-inch wheels, which is a bit small by today's standards, but you can change those if you go through the buying process. And of course the end line and those are probably going to come with 19s or something a bit bigger, a bit nicer, just to differentiate a bit more. You have a simple key. Again, it's the Hyundai logo. You do have remote start, but you don't have anything like the remote feature that the Kona has, where you can drive it forward or backwards into or out of a parking spot. It's pretty basic aside from that. You have a proximity sensor on the boot, so they can open without you needing to press a button. It's always handy. Yeah, so nice convenience, things like that too. And you're backed by Hyundai's 5-year unlimited kilometer warranty, which is always handy. And of course they will do service packages as well, so you can prepay, I think it's about $975 to prepay for 3 years of servicing, which is every 15,000 Ks or annually for these cars. The car handles pretty well for its size and for its mission brief. Yeah, for what this would be used for, getting around town, going to and from the office, I think the size is there, and all the features too. It's got enough get up and go. It's not too obnoxious, certainly not in this Meta Blue. So you also have, as I said, Atlas White, which is the no-cost option. You have this Meta Blue plus $595, Abyss Black, Amazon Grey, Fluid Metal, Intense Blue, and Ultimate Red. I think that's really about it. It's a good, honest car, and it's a decent option against the many competitors. It's priced reasonably well, but it could also find itself being compared against other cars not in its segment. Like I said, the Camry, maybe even a Mazda 6. If you find you don't need a car that big, the i30 sedan could be what you're after. So what do you think? What are your thoughts? Would you go for the premium model? Would you maybe spend a little bit extra and get an N line, or maybe even just go for the full N model? Yeah, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on that one. And yeah, see what you think. So thanks for watching as always. And yeah, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit us up on the socials too. We have more than YouTube. We're on Twitter, or X. We're on Facebook. We're even on LinkedIn and Instagram. So hit us up on all those, Exhaust Notes Australia, and see what we're up to. Of course, we're going to be bringing you many more cars to have a look at. And much more exciting stuff to come. So yeah, comment, like, and subscribe. A big thank you to Exhaust Notes for letting me review the car, and to Hyundai Australia for letting me have a go at some of their great cars so far. See you in the next one, guys. Thanks again. Cheers.